So domain and range. If I say those two words, anything come to mind? Aside, huh? X and Y. Exactly. Who's who? I don't know. Is he right? Here's an easy way to tell. Who's first in the alphabet, D or R? D. Who's first in the alphabet, X or Y? There you go. Domain is X. Range is Y. Most of the time, all we're really going to worry about is domains. The range is a little harder to find at times unless we're messing with stuff like today graphically. But a majority of the time, domain is what we're going to talk about. So what's domain mean then if it's X's? Got anything? Okay. What we're going to focus in on a lot is, remember I called functions kind of machines the other day? If I can take a machine, what can I put in that machine? Sometimes you can't put everything in, okay? You got a vending machine, can you put, I don't even know if we got any of these things anymore. Canadian coins, far enough down south that don't get Canadian coins. When I grew up in Minnesota, we'd always have Canadian quarters, and you put one in the machine and it wouldn't work because it wasn't the right thing, so you couldn't put any of those things in. Okay. So a lot of what we're going to study is, hey, I've got a function, what things are going to make that function bad? And we might get to that later today. Today we're really going to focus on the graphs with domain and range. We might get to one of the things at the end, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I have not put that part of the assignment up there, but I think I did, or I'm going to post it. We'll see what goes on. But we'll let you know more at the end how that goes. So domain is what you can put in. Range is what you're going to get out. Okay? The range is the Y's, domain is the X's. All right? What we're going to do first is kind of look at some graphs and write down things we've got. For us, you are kind of used to writing things as like that, right? Or X is greater than 7, stuff like that. We kind of saw them on the piecewise yesterday. What we are going to do is, instead of writing it like that, we're going to write everything in what we call interval notation. Okay? It's not as bad as it sounds, and it's somewhat easier, but there are really two things you're going to see. We're going to take this, the X is going to go away, and instead of a less than or greater than, we're going to use a parentheses. Okay? Instead of a, I guess either one, and then a less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, we're going to use one of those. Everybody has trouble about less than or so on and so forth. But this will start on the left at 3, but it doesn't include 3, so it'll look like that. Then you're going to have a comma, and then go all the way to the right until I get to 7, since it's a less than or equal to, it's going to look like that. So that's the exact same way to write that. We're going to look like that. Okay. The one that's going to get a little weirder is this. There's only one number. Well, we're going to start at 7. It's greater than 7, and it's going to look like that. But then it's going to go all the way to the right, and we're going to have this infinity thing show up a little bit. And infinity is going to look like that. Infinity is always going to have an open parentheses. These are for open dots, these are for solid dots. Okay? Parentheses for open dots, brackets for solid dots. Infinity is always going to have an open dot because you can never get to infinity. Okay? You never get there. Right. It'll take a little bit to get used to it. We'll go through a few examples here and you'll see how this is all going to go. I'll have a couple my little nuances I say to try and help you always put the right things in the right way. Not only is there a positive infinity that goes all the way to the right, there is a negative infinity going that way. Okay. Have you guys seen the infinity or messed with infinity before? Did he mess with it over there? A little bit? Probably, just a little bit, not a lot. Okay. I'm going to add a couple things in Blue Notes, and we'll go through an example with some stuff here at domain and range, and